Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Neburiou, set in Sapienza, and I've butchered that. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today, courtesy of Shaco 1610. And moving on to our briefing, and there isn't one, so we'll just say that our targets today have been rather naughty and they need to be punished. And speaking of targets, today we have 5 of them, with no stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so we have a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the kitchen assistant. We're going to have a remote emetic gas grenade stored up in the sewers, and we're going to be bringing with us a vial of lethal poison, a syringe of lethal poison, and our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to finish wiping down that counter there, make our way to the back of the kitchen, and there is our first target, Chef Marcello, and we're going to turn off the radio here, which will infuriate the chef. We're going to hide ourselves in the pantry with our pistol ready, and when the chef comes to investigate and turn the radio back on, which we've already done, we can then move in and plant 2 in his back. Try to make it timed so that the other 2 kitchen assistants are at the far corner of the room, as if one of them is at the cooker, he could potentially spot you. So once we've dealt with the chef, we're going to now make our way out of the kitchen through the alfresco dining area, and usually at this point we will duck in through Francesca's bedroom window, but today we're going to go past the window and around to the rear of the property where the swimming pool and, more importantly, the golf coach is located. So here is the golf coach, our next target. He is currently in the worst possible position for us, so we are going to wait for him to finish drinking his water, and eventually he will put down his drink if he doesn't glitch out again. There we go. So once he moves away, we can then approach the bottle, add our lethal poison to said bottle, and we can then move on to our next target, and they are located down in the wine cellar in the basement. So we're going to head around to the garden shed area and down into the basement via this entrance, and this will lead us to the wine casket room and our next target, who is currently urinating against a cask of wine. So we're going to wait for him to finish, go back to his usual routine, and have his conversation. While we're doing that, the golf coach has returned to his bottle of water and has eliminated himself. And just as that has played out, our scientist here is about to go back to urinate. You might want to see a doctor about your weak bladder, mate. So we're just going to quickly sneak up behind him, inject him with our lethal poison. He will be immediately spotted by his colleague who he was drinking with, and we can now exit the area, and we're going to head off for our next target, who is located at the front of the property. We do have one camera to avoid, and the only way to avoid it is to destroy it. So our target is directly ahead of us, currently engaged in a conversation with the gardener cleaning the limo. So we're going to make our way straight past him and over to the ruined tower here, and down by the ruined tower we will find a small pathway that will lead us to a ledge directly behind our target, and while the gardener isn't looking, we're just going to pull our target here and drop him into the ocean. And he did not land very well on the way down. In fact, he bounced off a few of the rocks on the way. So 4 targets now taken care of, with 1 more to go, and our final target is located down at the seafront, and they are currently in the church. So we're going to make a beeline for them, giving Rocco's sister a nice wide berth as she is an enforcer to this outfit. So we're just going to head straight down the main street here, and we're going to run straight into the sewers, and we're going to retrieve our gas grenade, and then we'll make our way into the church and locate our target. Now, to get to our gas grenade, we are going to require the crowbar here, as the gate ahead of us is locked. Do be aware that Mario is also present at this point in time, and he has exceptional vision. So we're just going to wait out of sight here for him to move off towards the crypt, and then we can bust our way into the sewers and around to our right, and at the end of the tunnel we will locate our gas grenade in a briefcase. We're nicely secluded here, so we may as well remove it from the briefcase and then return it to said briefcase. And rather than go back out through the sewers, we're going to head out through the door on our right and back up to the ground floor, which will bring us out by the morgue. And then all we have to do is make our way into the main entrance of the church, and sitting on the first pew we encounter is our target. So we're just going to walk straight up to her, detonate our gas grenade, and she will get sick, and she will make her way, surprisingly enough, to the nearby toilets, which is a rarity in this section of the map. Most people prefer to throw up in public bins. Even though IO have said that they have fixed that particular issue, I still encounter it personally quite often. So once our lady friend here joins us and enters into the toilet cubicle, we can then follow her inside, close the doors, and reintroduce her to her wine and wafers. And that will be our final target dealt with. So all that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape. We'll leave that briefcase, we don't need that anymore, we have others. So the nearest available safe exit will be the harbour exit, and we're just going to make a beeline straight for our awaiting speedboat, as there are no enforcers to worry about. We can just head straight there, and we can head out onto our nice little speedboat here. The black one over by the ruins does look much more impressive, but this one will do nicely. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, which will gain us our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.